Scrappy family, Amanda here, coming to you today with layout number 2 of our same sketch, different layout series. I'm actually going to be doing a twofer today in regards to my stash. So this is actually a scrap room kit from 2024. It features the Maggie Holmes Parasol collection. And you guys know I'm really focused on utilizing what's in my stash. So the scrap room is a monthly mail order scrapbooking kit club where they will send you pieces of a collections, right? So a couple of pattern papers, some embellishments, and some cardstock to create a layout. So going through my stash today, I'm trying to clear up some things that I have. So I wanted to make sure to use this. So these are the pattern papers that came with this particular kit, A side and B side. This is an American Crafts line, Maggie Holmes. And then these are the embellishments that came with it. So these are some puffy stickers. We've got grateful, so lovely, these little moments, je t'aime, which for those of you who don't speak French, that means I love you. So there's that. And then it also came with these bits of ephemera. Now these are not my style at all. So I don't think these will make it to the layout. However, they did come with the kit. So I'm going to put these to the side. I am going to use the pattern paper and hopefully the puffy stickers. And then the cardstock it came with are 2 sheets of white American Crafts cardstock. Go figure, right? So we will utilize that, of course, as our background. And just as a reminder, this is the sketch that we're using for this particular series right now. So our first layout that we did was a Disney layout. I'll put that up in the cards for you guys to see. And now this layout is actually some pictures of my daughter and I. We took a trip to New Jersey back in January for my niece's quinceañera. And this was just some photos of us at the airport and on the plane. It was our little girls trip. So I want to scrapbook that. And now this is how I'm going to lay out the photos. So already a little bit different from the layout is I don't have a 4x3 photo. I have two, what are these? 2x4 photos. So I'm going to use that. And I don't know, when I picked these papers, I was not looking at the pictures, but then I remembered, you know, the pink, and I just thought it could work. Now I'm looking at it, I'm not quite sure, but that's our challenge for today. We're going to make this work. So I think for the larger background piece, so the bonus is this has a stripe. So we've got our stripe bits covered from the sketch. And for our background piece, I don't know, I'm thinking of this. So I don't really love this bow paper, but a lot of it does get covered up as well. I don't know. Let's cut into our paper and see. Let's cut into it. And all right, and so these I believe are 6. Yeah, so it's 11. Yeah, 11 by 6. So let's see how how this looks. So if I keep this floral background, I'm definitely going to have to map my photos because it's way too busy. But if I use this bow side, I won't. You know, you can't even really tell that it's bows either. I think I might go with this. I think I might. I'm leaning more toward the bow paper. All right. For this larger pattern paper that goes in the background, I definitely want to use this blue stripe. And so it's 10.5. And then The top strip, this is a 2-inch, and then the stripes are a 1/4 inch. Okay, so let's build this out now that we've got our papers cut and see if we like how it looks. Because again, these are not necessarily the papers that I would have chosen, but I'm trying to challenge myself to utilize what's in my stash and to utilize things, you know, differently. Because the scrap room sends you a collection of kits, it may not have been a kit that I would have ever purchased on my own, but now I have it in my stash and I want to be able to utilize it. So that's where we're at with this, with these particular papers as well. All right. Okay, so here is what the layout will look like. I've got our pattern papers down. I've got our pictures down, just laid out. I haven't glued anything down yet, but you know what? I think that this can work. I'm still contemplating with whether or not I will back the photos. If I have, which I'm sure I do, have some plum, like my sweater, cardstock to back some of the photos, but then I don't want to contrast this lovely background too much. So maybe, maybe the mustard or the gray, but I do think I need to back the photos on this one as well. I'm not sure. They just feels like it needs to be done. So I'm gonna back the photos. I'm going to put these down and then we'll come back and work on embellishments. I want to be able to utilize all of the puffies that are included here, which I think we should be able to do. I think so. I want to use those. Okay, scrappers. So we are back. I have gone ahead and put down all of our pattern papers and our photos. I did end up matting our photos with a light gray cardstock just to give it some separation. I'm still a little unsure what I'm going to do with these two photos here. I don't want to put them side by side because then it blocks out the bottom strip of the striped paper. So I'm thinking of just like kind of offsetting it a bit, but then we have this little bit of trapped space. So I'm going to see if I can find an embellishment or something to put there before I commit to where those two are. Other than that, everything else is put down. I was thinking of a title for this page, and I think I'm going to go with the word Jetsetters. I have this really beautiful ombre, like sunset color, thicker from American Crafts. And this, I believe, is from like the Obed Marshall line that they had, because it's got the tilde for utilizing words in Spanish. So I love that. So I think I'm going to use this. I just love the ombre effect of the letters to write the word jet setter, or Jetsetters there. Going back to the embellishment pack that came with this particular kit from the scrap room, we have these. So at first I was thinking, so lovely, that's a cute title as well, but it doesn't really capture what we're doing, right? So on the sketch, there is a banner piece somewhere over here that looks something similar to this, okay, to this embellishment. But if I use the word Jetsetters up there, it's not, this isn't going to fit. And the color is way off from the, but I do still want to use this flourish somewhere. So I'm thinking maybe over here. Clearly these are no longer sticky, so I need to be a little careful. But I do also like this Love Without Limits because, you know, sky's the limit. Oh, this camera can go here. Okay, we'll commit to doing that. Putting the camera in between. Oh yeah, that's cute. And then I also have, I brought out these other chipboard pieces I had from Echo Park. This is from Life is Beautiful. And what jumped out to me was this chipboard piece here that says good vibes are in the air, because we're in the air. I really do like that. I don't know where I would put it, so we got to think that through, but I do like that one. And then I liked these books. This is from the Year in Review because I'm reading on the plane. I was thinking maybe dropping that right there, those stack of books. And the color scheme matches pretty similarly. So that's why I brought this out. Yeah, I don't think anything else on this particular one makes sense for the page. Obviously, the floral pieces could, because florals are always good. But I do like these florals better because of the blue and the blue in the background here. So let's start putting some things down. Let's start with our title. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to put it all on one line, which is okay. Oh, God is good. That worked out so perfectly. Like, right? Perfect. Perfect, perfect. I love that. I'm so grateful that that worked out that way. There are some hearts and stars on here, so I think I might put a little heart on either side of this. Oh, I'm so happy that worked out the way that it did. Love, love, love. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to put this down. And I'm going to line it up with this photo here. Dropping this camera. I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of this, some wet adhesive. Cute. Okay, and then I'll put this one down. And let me take out those stack of books from that one chipboard. I'm going to drop this stack of books right here. Should I do the love without limits here? I think that works right there. I think it's perfect, actually. I like that. I think I might put that floral there with it as well. Okay, I think that works. And then over here on this page, because I feel like I have a good amount of embellishments here. One of the things I just noticed when I pulled out that book is the word January. We took this trip in January is in this teal blue tone, which matches this, the layout. So I'm going to utilize that. So I'll put it like right there. Okay. And I'll put these little moments. Yeah, I'll put that here. Now I think I'm going to bring over the good vibes are in the air. So I like this here. I think I want to put it over here just because, you know, it's of her in the little airplane cutout that they have. So just working through some additional embellishments. I just went ahead and popped out some of these floral bits that were on the chipboard phrases of the Echo Park chipboard. So I like this. Remember this. I think that's really cute. Maybe I'll put that right here. Maybe. We'll see. I'm going to put some journaling down here as well, and maybe put some florals around there. This sketch has some banner pieces that come down. I don't love that, so I'll probably, I'm thinking I like this actually. That looks kind of cute. I like this blue flower here. So maybe something like that. I also went into my stash and I found this pink paisley, Paige Evans pink paisley ephemera pack, which has some really cute pieces in it as well. Lots of florals. They're a little bit bolder than the pastels of this collection, but I do like how the purple will kind of bring through the purple in my sweater, and my daughter's sweatsuit is this bold pink. So I do think pops of it can work. Here's another one. So maybe if I don't do this chipboard one and I do this one here, that's kind of cute. I don't want the blue on top of the blue pattern paper. So something like that is cute. I did write out my journaling on these journaling strips from Close to My Heart. So let's see here. I always write it out and then feel like I should have put the sticker down first. This happens to me most times when I use these. But do I learn? I do not. Okay, let's see. And it's just basically saying this was my girls' trip with Hannah, our first trip without the boys. Okay, so we'll do that. That's really cute. In this Paige Evans ephemera pack, they had this little circle here that says me and you, but that's not going to fit. So there goes that. Maybe I can put it over here. I don't know. I do think we need a floral, maybe. That one's kind of cute. That one actually fits perfectly there, actually. Well, let's see this one. This one might be a little bit better. It's not as big. Okay, that one looks good. I really do like this one. I like the big chunkiness of the chipboard piece. I had this Jolie's sticker of a woman on the airplane. I really wanted to use this sticker. Let me see. Can she go here? Can't I put her there? Or is she cheesy? Would it be too cheesy, guys? I mean, because it's like perfect, right? We're on the plane. I don't know. I don't want to take her off and mess it up. I might have to save her for another layout. I think I say that every time I try to put her on a layout. I think I need to save her for another layout. But one of those stickers you buy that you intend to use and never do. In the pink paisley, there are these little hearts that are really cute as well. Maybe I can put one down here. I don't know. Or is that overkill? That might be a little bit of an overkill. All right. I could take that. Oh, maybe if I do this under here, that's cute. That's cute. All right, let's do that. I'm gonna fishtail this. This is a tag that came from the pink paisley collection. Actually, let's put all of this down. Let's do that. And then I'm gonna pop this up actually, so I can put some things underneath it. This big floral piece. And guys, my work schedule has been so busy. It has legit taken me 3 days to complete this layout. Like, that never happens. But I need this outlet every little bit of time I can get to scrap, or just to sit at my desk and look at my pictures and my paper. It's like a joy to me. So I know that you guys get it. A lot of people don't get it, but you do. I know you do. I'm gonna ink this up with my Huckleberry ink pad. But between the kids and work and, you know, household responsibilities, it's just been really, really hard to find any free time to devote to my hobby here. But I'm grateful for the few minutes that I do get. I really do like that flower. I'm gonna pop this one up as well on the other side, just because, have them be similar in that regard. Yeah, I think that's good. And because we have so many of the chipboard pieces as well that are already thick with some girth to them, you know, we want to be able to match that. And we've got the foam letters as well, so popping those up really do make the difference. I will lay this one flat. Of course, now I can't remember how I had it. Okay, I think everything is down. I really do love how this page came out. Oh, this one is not down. This one is not down. And will I be able to, let me chop off this part of the flower that is hanging off the page. You know, I love this layout. I really enjoy the colors. Obviously, the subject is one of my favorites, Me and My Princess. I think it looks great. And what I also love is how vastly different from the other layout that I did utilizing the same sketch, what that looks like. So I hope to do more in this series. I'm really enjoying it. I love doing, you know, expressing my creativity. I hope that you guys are enjoying it as well. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite layout. I think I like that, actually. You and me in these little moments. Is that too much? Here I go. Here I go. I do like this me and you. I'm going to put it there. Let me ink it up. I think I'm going to do it in the gray. That matches the pattern paper. And we'll pop it up as well. See? Look at that. Look at that little cluster just built just like that. Very cute. Okay. For real now this time. So I'm really just proud of myself for doing this layout. Again, please in the comments, let me know which layout you like better. If you like this one or the Disney layout better. If you haven't seen the first layout in this series, please check out the card above. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one.